In my candid opinion, if there's one word that can effectively substitute technology, that one word would most likely be disruption. And disruption is the change that is necessitated by a change in a system or a structure. And today, we are all susceptible and volatile because we live in what I would refer to as a volatile economy where change keeps happening, whether or not we choose to influence or initiate the process. And there are two very profound organizations whose refusal to change or disrupt themselves cost them very dearly. So today, permit me to title this The Cost of Ignoring Innovation. What exactly does it cost to constantly ignore the need to change and adapt? And the lessons and the wisdom that will be coming forth from this episode will be relevant to both individuals and organizations. The cost of ignoring innovation. Kodak and Nokia comes very handy. Kodak was the pioneer in the camera industry. Photography generally was an industry that was pioneered by Kodak, and their first camera invention was created in the year of 1975. And because of their ignorance, or because of ignoring innovation and the need for them to disrupt, to adjust to market trends, today they have not only lost their market share, but they have also become obsolete. Today, when we think about Kodak, we can only think about the memories they left and the industry they pioneered, but today they have far disappeared from the annals. They far disappeared from the history and the record of digital innovations in terms of camera. Kodak lost out in the market and gave up on the industry they pioneered because they were hesitant to embrace the digital future of digital cameras. And this fear of cannibalization was the single and most important reason why they were soon knocked off the market. By the time they realized that it was necessary for them to innovate, the market share had already been taken by brands like Canon, Sony, and Nikon. Complacency in market dominance and the illusions that the market will remain loyal to them was the biggest assumption they made. In the world of business, customers are not loyal to your brand. They are loyal to their need that your brand represents solutions to. They are not loyal to your product. They are loyal to the solutions that your product provides to their needs. And so when they find a better option who is able to do that for them, they will not take a moment to ditch you and switch to the better option. Failure to adapt to market trends was a costly event, was a costly action that led to the disappearance of Kodak, even though they were the pioneers of the photography and camera industry. Secondly, Nokia. Nokia was the phenomenon in the 1990s and the 2000s. They were very much in the process of initiating phone technologies that they gave birth to the phone technology, and their innovation within the phone sector was the beginning of a revolution that we today enjoy, even though they have lost out in the marketplace. And a few years ago, when Chief Executive Officer of Nokia, Stephen Elop, was interviewed, or rather was speaking in the event leading up to the takeover of Nokia by Microsoft. Here was what he said. He said, "We didn't do anything wrong, but somehow we lost." Nokia lost. Yes, he was correct. They lost because they didn't do anything wrong per se. But he was wrong on the grounds that they did everything wrong by refusing to innovate. You see, Nokia was such that their internal structure was resistant to change. And this inability to shift towards smartphones cost them very dearly. They misjudged the shift in the market. And this poor judgment of market shift and market trends was the reason for their displacement and their knockout of the market scope of Androids and iOS. Quickly substituted the Symbian model of Nokia. You see, Nokia lost out because they were over-focused on hardwares, neglecting the fact that the market will easily shift from just software, from just hardware to software. They neglected the fact that the market has shifted from hardware to software. And because of this, their negligence, coupled with the fact that their internal structure was resistant to change, Nokia did not recognize the need to shift from focusing on hardware to softwares. And this negligence, coupled with their over-dependence on legacy systems, cost them very dearly. There are valuable lessons for us to learn from both Kodiak and Nokia. What is this? That there is need for you to pivot and constantly question the models that have brought you thus far as an individual or an organization. Consistently questioning and opening up yourself and your organization to disrupting yourself and changing along with change will be one of the greatest assets anybody or any organization can possess. Kodak, although pioneer of the camera industry, today has lost the market to brands like Canon, Nikon, and Sony. Nokia, although they brought to bear the revolution that we now enjoy in smartphone technology, but today they have lost out to Android and iOS. The market is not loyal to your product. The market is loyal to their needs that your product represents solutions to. And if they find an alternative that is able to provide for that need more effectively than yours, they will ditch you in a heartbeat. This is the same for individuals, this is true for institutions, this is true for organizations. If you feel no organization or institution is actually loyal to you, they are loyal to the value and the solutions you are able to provide that meets the need. So what you need to consistently do is engage in market research for an organization to find new opportunities, anticipating market needs and solving it ahead will be the key point that positions you and keep you at the edge of the competition. For individuals, continuous learning and continuous growth will be the key to disrupting yourself even before the vortex of disruption takes you over. I hope this sinks.